Welcome, Maxwell and Connor, aka Mob Rich. Thank you for joining me today.
No worries. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So, how are you guys doing? Where have you been like the last couple weeks or during quarantine and all that?
Doing good. I just got back from a little trip to Vegas with my girlfriend. We went there for like a couple nights, which was like a very nice break. But I need a vacation from that vacation because Vegas just takes it right out of you.
I feel like
Literally came back with zero energy.
I feel like Vegas can get pretty intense because depending on what you end up doing, like it's a lot of nightlife to take in.
Very much so. Yes.
What about you, Connor? Where have you been up to?
I guess the most recent thing I did, I went camping. I went to Yosemite. I love the outdoors. I love camping, and I went online to go check out see what campgrounds were available. And if you've ever done any camping at big national parks in California, especially, you know that like the good campgrounds are pretty much booked out for like literally like a year or 6 months or more. And I just so happened to be on the website at the right time, and I got like a cabin like in the Yosemite Valley. So my girlfriend and I went there for just like a few nights, and it was so good. So good.
That's awesome. I'm glad you got to go to Yosemite. Like I haven't been there in so long. So, and especially like now you have to like reserve tickets ahead of time, even for Yosemite. Like I'm sure that was just like a blessing to be able to have that opportunity.
Yeah, it just kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh, wait, I thought it was a glitch. I was like, no way this is real. So I like started checking them, like, oh, and I call them and they're like, yeah, they're open. I'm like, what? So book.
That's awesome. You know, when you guys first started, you guys were Moby Rich, inspired by the book Moby Dick. And, you know, with your debut album coming on Friday, you guys have since changed your name to Mob Rich. So I wanted to like know, you know, that one letter made a huge difference to your name. Why did you guys decide on changing it?
So basically, you know, to make a long story short, we got asked to not use it by another artist, and rather than like go down the whole very long arduous journey of like trying to figure that out like in court or out of court or whatever, we just realized that our energy and time was like better spent on just moving forward and just trying to get music out to the fans. And luckily enough, through the process of dropping the Y, we have really come to like love the name Mob Rich, and we feel like as like, you know, the kind of the first chapter closes on our career and we're gearing up to release this album, like it's almost fitting that we change our name and have like a kind of a new identity surrounding it. So and then our joke answer is that we're just like deathly afraid of the letter Y.
Is that why your album is called Why No Why?
It's a slight, it's two part. It's a slight like tongue-in-cheek nod to the fact that we dropped the Y, and then it's also like we like to think of the album as a collection of conversations that me and Connor have had, and most of those conversations have revolved around the question why about something, you know. So we felt like Why No Why was just like this kind of like vaguely profound introspective like view on like why you know, why.
And why not ask a question? Like, why sit in your life and just be happy with the way it is? Why not question it and see if maybe we can make it better? And I think a beautiful thing with our generation now is that we are starting to ask questions and shake things up and change things.
Yeah, no, I was listening to Made to Fall, and I didn't expect it to like hit me so deep. And I was like, am I having an existential crisis right now? It's like, what is going on?
That's what we're going for.
Yeah. It was all like, I feel like I shouldn't be having one, but the song is like really good. Like I'm confused.
What we like to do is we like to make pretty or fun songs and then like just layer in some existential introspection underneath there. And so you don't even realize that it's happening until it's too late.
Yeah, again, all of your songs are very introspective. I mean, this is basically like a new chapter for you guys. What are you trying to like bring into fruition for this next chapter for you guys? The two sides, I guess.
legitimacy for me, at least. I just like, I want people to like, we're in a world now where people just put out singles here and there. Like you can pretty much be like a full artist just by popping out singles. And we've been doing that for a while. And like, I can't wait to just have a record and print it on vinyl and whatever. And just like, be like, we did it. Like we made a record. We're a band that made a record in 2021 and we're about to tour on a record. People are going to be like, oh, did you hear the Why No Why album? Like, oh, that was so 2021. You got to hear the new one, Dump Truck Tuesdays, you know, or whatever it's going to be, you know, like, but we're going to get that legitimacy of being a band. And like, that just, it brings me so much joy. Like just to know that like a record will be out there that people can listen to and create connotation to their life and create moments in their life where they can look back and listen to the record and be like, oh, I remember that point in my life when that record came out. Like I remember that, and I'm excited for that.
With this record, like because it's been such a long time coming for us, it almost feels like two parts of a new chapter is beginning, but a chapter is closing. You know, these songs have been with just us for so long, and now they're finally going to be in the world. So it's almost like allowing yourself to be like, okay, that chapter is closed. We're going to like promote this album and tour it. And then get on to making new stuff and making like better stuff and talking about different things. You know, I think that like, but it was something we were just talking about, you know, I think we're both so ready to experience life again. I think this past year has been such a isolated, confined, you could say like stagnant period just in terms of our movement and our ability to like see people. And so just getting back to experiencing life firsthand and meeting new people is like something that I just can't, it can't come quick enough. Cause like I that's where like my inspiration comes from. That's where like it makes me want to go write new songs, and not having that is very difficult you know, for a year or a year and a half now. So
not gonna lie, I thought that Why No Why was a play on Yeah No Yeah, which is like California slang. And I was like, no.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
yeah, no, yeah. No, yeah, no. That's
but, you know,
so
obviously like, unrelated.
But related. Like, let's talk about it. Let's unpack that. No, I'm kidding.
Sound like my therapist. What is this?
I know.
Secret session.
What do you mean by yeah, no, yeah? Why no, why?
I guess like me, I should ask you why no why, but we already know. Exactly. You know, we've already covered that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was such a great time talking about your debut album, Why No Why.
Appreciate it having us, man.
Out
Thank
everywhere.
you.